Hi guys, since I've been doing these how to make music like tutorial series, I got asked to look at T78. So this video is how to make music like T78 and his record label Autektone. Uh, Google Translate will just confirm for me.
Autektone. Autektone.
Autektone. Okay, so let's just delve into this. So the first thing that I did was obviously listen to a few reference tracks. The ones that I listened to was mainly all the stuff that's on Beatport, so anything here in the top 10 I was flicking through listening to them, and basically what I got was that it was driving techno, basically acid techno, which with a really tough kick drum, quite distorted. Bottom end's very big, as usual with these types of tracks. So generally the BPM is around what was 128, 132. Distorted hard kick and bass with rumble, usual hard techno, the driving techno stuff that's all in the Beatport charts at the minute. What I've not wrote on there is it's used a lot of 909. It's very heavily 909 based for the drums. So the ride, the hi-hats, and I've done that with the drums, and I've added shakers and some snares. And then the synths, obviously the acid, which is like the main hook and the main element within the track, and then the leads, either the melody or the other types of leads, is always generally a saw type lead, or a saw type melody, quite a trancey melody. So if you're looking up anything in your DAW, just look at presets of trance and stuff like that. And then I also listened to the track, and I got like a type of Hoover type sound, like an old school Hoover noise, and there was also some spoken words in there. So if we just go through everything now. So the kick drum, I made this in Punchbox, but that is an extremely long video which I'll probably do some other time, but this is what the kick sounds like. Yeah, so I made that in Punchbox with quite a lot of distortion, and I think Bit Crusher with it as well, and there's also a bit of decapitator there. I had some ghost kicks in as well underneath. They were just to help to fill out. And then you've got the rumble as well. Altogether it sounds nice. And then, what else did I do? I added a sub and a Moog type bass line as well. I think I heard one of the tracks and there was like an offbeat bass, and it sounded like quite like a very round saw Moogie type bass, so I decided to use that on it. So that's the bass in full, and it all sounds nice and fat. Drums, so obviously used all these ones here from a 909 kick drum. Kick drum drums. And then I added this open hat just to give a bit more body to the hats. And then the shakers are just on the offbeats as well, and that just brings it out even more. Like that. And then I added these snares in as well, because I'll just highlight all the drums actually, because on their own, without the snares, the drums are good, but it was like missing an element. And I think when I was listening back to some of T78's tracks, there was like a snare, I think, and since I added that in, it just made the track even more. So let me just have a listen. And with. So it just gives it that more bite, I think. And then there's also this top loop as well, which I found from some sample pack, because it's got like that very high type sound. And also as well, something that I did was I sent this and the close tap to this filter freak, so that noise that sounds like it's going, if you listen to it from the beginning, it just gives it a bit more atmosphere, and it sounds like the sound is evolving as well. It's panned 50% as well, so it isn't just straight, it's going left and right a bit. Gives the drums a bit more depth, and it's generally something what I think a lot of techno producers do anyway. They've got like a hat that's, the frequencies are changing and it's sounding a bit weird, if you get me. So that's the bass and the drums, and this is what it sounds like all together. And then I added some, I started off with this melody actually first, I think. So it's layered with two sounds from Synth Master. So when it comes in on its own is round about here with the cut off. So on the breakdown, excuse me, the cut off opens up before it drops in, and also does the same here. And then I also have this like saw lead as well, and this is quite a dark saw lead that I found in Predator 2. Also, the notes are quite close together as well. It's like 3 notes and that's it, and they're just up the scale. I've used F sharp minor as well for this scale. I always use a minor key for techno. So then there's that, and then there's obviously the acid. So this bit here, which I should actually colour a different colour, is the main acid lead, and then the other parts of the acid is just like like little just shots of it. So this is what it sounds like. Yeah, and I made that in Phocion. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce it. I used a combo speaker, but what I did was I used the distortion inside Phocion instead of using one out of it. And then I just added delay, bit of reverb. I noticed a lot of his tracks had delay and reverb. The reverb was quite loud on the acid. So that's the main hook there, and then throughout the track it just has little shots of it. So It just helps to build up that bit there, that section, just to just as it's flowing through the track. And then there's the Hoover sound, which is this. So it's just being used as like little signpost. It's not like a predominant element within the track. It's just there to signpost sections, like before the breakdown, before this like build, before all the drums kick in there, and then obviously near the end of the outro and this build one. And then I also noticed as well that there was some spoken vocals. I think if we go and listen, there was one, I think it's this one, which is, I'm pretty sure it's The Doors that he samples, if you listen to it.
Came over the summer like liquid night. DJs took pills, DJs took pills, DJs took pills.
So he's used like a spoken vocal for that, and there's other things as well. I think there's like this New World.
Fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed for a new world. Let us fight for a new world. Let us fight for a new world. Let us all unite.
So it does it just before the drop. So I tried to find something like online from like a movie that says fuck off, but I couldn't find anything, so I just ended up using my own voice. So this drop here, if you listen to it, fuck you. Okay, it's fuck you, but it gives it some sort of attitude before the drop. It gives it some, like, you know, it's fucking smashing you right in the face when that drop hits. So it's that's what I wanted, and I couldn't find anything anyway, so I ended up using my own voice and without all the elements on, all the processing. Sorry, this is what it sounds like.
Fuck you.
Dear me, that's terrible. But it's mainly this altar boy which I've used just to bring the pitch down. It sounds dark. It gives it that tone of you know, of darkness and, you know, attitude, and that's what I wanted. So basically that's it. And then the arrangement, I didn't really copy off anything. I just sort of knew where I was going to go with it. But even if you look at this Mac and Dan reference, obviously the breakdown is here, but their breakdown seems to be quite short compared to mine. Although some of the other ones on his label, like that New World, that's a minute, so that's at 4:28 there, and it's at 3:20 there, so that's about a minute long, and that's 3:56, 2:55. So, you know, you don't need a massive breakdown when it's techno. 30 seconds to a minute is like enough. You know, that's not what techno is about. It's about the driving, it's about the drums, the groove. I think that's what these snares were giving, actually. Even though I had this percussion in, there just wasn't much groove to it. So that's what you got to kind of go for. Apart from that, everything's fine. I'll play this track now. I think the only thing was, because this is not really my main genre of music, this was kind of kind of difficult to do. It actually took me quite a while. I think it took me about 2 or 3 weeks to do. Normally I can do this in about maybe a week or two, and once I start on something, it's like I just want to get straight into it. But this was, I don't know, I just felt like it was a bit difficult. But once I added the snares in and then I did the automation on the acid, everything started to flow, and it's, I don't know, it just sounded great. So I'll let the track play out and just let you listen to it. So enjoy the track. that's basically it. How to make music like T78 on his record label. If you've got any requests of who you want me to do next, just let me know. Write them in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. That kick drum, I might actually give that kick drum away for free. Might put a link in the description. Just let me know. And thanks for listening.